Alright, off to Newfoundland. Here we go. It's only a short trip, 90 kilometers. Takes half a day to get over here. There's the rock. That's Port aux Basques, Newfoundland. What a beautiful day. It was one of the nicest crossings I'd ever experienced going to Newfoundland. That was the calmest day. It was like glass the whole way.
There's the Twin Titty Mountains in Newfoundland. I'm not sure that they call them that, but those are boobies. I don't care what anybody says. That's a big tits. We're in Newfoundland now, and we're up in Port-au-Port Peninsula on the west coast of Newfoundland, and in a little town called St. Anne's. And that's an island off of there that I do not know the name of. I'll get back to you on that one. And it's a huge cliff over there. And we're driving a 3-cylinder Geo Metro, and somehow we got to go up over that pass, so that'll be interesting. So here we go. Yeah, that's a big ass rock out there. And that's a very impressive cliff with a big waterfall on it. You can see that waterfall. God, Newfoundland's beautiful. It really is. Love this place. A little dory. Check my brakes, I have to check my engine. A little bit of a drop there. That water is crystal clear.
Yeah, it was so windy here, the audio was pretty bad, so this is why I'm doing a bit of a voiceover. It was quite a drop right there. That was a good 60, 70, maybe 80 feet, and but it was spectacular and just an incredible spot. It wasn't quite as dangerous as it looks to be there, but get your heart pounding a little bit. It's funny how the fellows working at the park, they were encouraging me to go out there so I could see that boot, see that rock over there. It looks like a boot. And they're like, yeah, go ahead, walk out there, check it out. You know, you wouldn't think any other park they would encourage you to risk your life on a cliffside. That's the Newfie way. They didn't care. I was trying to convince Jody to come over. She looked a little nervous, but she made it. Not a fan of heights there. So we went to a little place called Burgeo, and this was along the way. And you basically cross the inland parts of Newfoundland that really have no population at all. And it's all barrens, and it's very stark, but incredibly beautiful. And there was this old rough road that went up to a radio tower or cell phone tower. So we said, well, let's take that Geo Metro up there. It was windy as hell, though. The audio, again, was pretty bad. So it was pretty much useless audio. The little Geo Metro made it. The last little bit was kind of rough. I decided I'd stop there. The rocks were pretty sharp in that area. I didn't want to end up stranded in the middle of nowhere. Kind of took a chance even taking it up that hill. There was a lot of ruts and things, and washouts. Over there was looked like some stones that had been stacked a certain way. I just figured it was people that had made inukshooks along the way, which people do around here. This spot was basically the highest point, so I had to go check that out. It was a particularly windy day. There was a storm on the way, and it had to have been at least 100-kilometer-an-hour winds, 60 miles an hour or so. Just steady, just not even gusts, just steady pushing. It's amazing that there's no windmills there. They could probably run most of Newfoundland with nothing but windmills in this location, because from what I understand, the wind really does never stops in this area. But what a beautiful day. It was a bit chilly. incredibly beautiful. These rocks are some of the oldest stones in the world. 4 billion years, I believe, or 3.8 billion year old rock. Look at me, I'm king of the world. I just gotten over a sprained ankle there, so it's a little rough on my feet. Just for miles and miles, just rock, beautiful rock formations. Trying to see if I could spot a moose, because there was a lot of moose in that location. A lot of people go hunting out there for moose. These are the rock formations that we saw from a distance. They were unbelievable. They didn't look like they were done any time in the recent history. I honestly believe they were done by the Indians. There was an Indian tribe that had gone extinct. They were basically wiped out by the white man, the Beothuk Indians, and I was beginning to wonder whether this wasn't a cache. You could see where it had been pulled open and there was nothing in it, but judging from the lichens and that sort of thing, these rocks had been like that for quite some time. There was that one, and then a little ways over was a bigger one that was down in the rocks, and it all looked a little too perfect, you know, like how that rock had been pulled out. And that one there, I mean, that rock was stood up like that, and it was, oh geez, it would probably be a 1,000-pound rock. And they were all around that area. It wasn't just right there. It was, you could see off in the distance there was others. Very, very incredible. They were perfect flat stones.
Somebody went to great effort to put it in there.
Here's the other one, the hole. It was quite a size. It was like the size of an old phone booth. I had to go and check it out, see if there was anything to see in there. Look at that gray hair. Man, that guy's getting old. Nope, nothing down here but a pop can. Would have made a great little shelter. It definitely was doing that, you know. It was warmer and there was no wind down there. Very cool. Someone had definitely pulled the rocks out of there. There's no way those rocks would have just been removed naturally. Here we are in Gros Morne. Had to go check that out. It's a beautiful spot. If you go to Newfoundland, no Newfoundland trip is complete unless you go to Gros Morne. It looks very Nordic. It has a lot of fjords and high plateaus, and deep waters. And just a beautiful spot, but we didn't have a particularly nice day that day. It was rainy and cloudy and again, incredibly windy. These are what they call the tablelands. There's a waterfall off in the distance there. You can't quite see it, but it was probably a 60-foot waterfall. And just another, it was a nice day. It was a nice drive. Pretty good until the end of the day when we started getting pelted by the rain. But it was all in all a great trip. The video didn't come out that great. Just too many issues with the video and the audio and wind noise, that sort of thing. But I thought I should put it together and let you guys see it. This is another shot at Gros Morne. You can see where the storm was coming.